Also the rails as well. My Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with the forecast. When we just saw that beautiful picture of lower Manhattan, you just don't see how cold it is.
Yeah, it's cold.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
January stuff, right?
January stuff. Not like last week cold, but we'll get there. Yeah. We'll get back there. Let's start with right now. It is colder than yesterday for sure. 10 to 20 degrees. In fact, 31 right now at Central Park. We're down into the 20s from Poughkeepsie and Monticello, as well as Sussex and Bridgeport. 31 in Merrick now, and that's the number we find in Belmar. But the winds are still gusting over 30 miles per hour in a lot of places. So the wind chill right now in the city is 19, and we're not going to see a ton of improvement in that department, the winds, for much of today. You can see some patchy clouds, a few snow showers, 2 flurries north and west, and that should be just about it. We'll get some sun in here. 33 by 1 o'clock and pretty close to that for the rest of the afternoon, but again with some sun. Still blustery, so the feels like temperatures stay in the teens and 20s today, and then we'll see those winds ease back just a bit as we get into the early part of the overnight, down to 28 degrees at 10 o'clock. All right, Adele, what are you watching out there?
It's pretty busy, actually. Let's start things off here with our subways. As a reminder, no B, Z, or W train service. Also, Express 6 and 7 train service is suspended as well. As for our commuter rails, not much better right now. Port Jervis line service changes, as well as your Oyster Bay, Ronkonkoma, Port Jeff, and Babylon branches. New Jersey Transit, Maine, Bergen, and Montclair Boonton line. We're still seeing some cancellations. Your PATH trains, though, are looking good. Our roadways now, a few things to keep in mind here. LIE heading westbound. We've got an accident by Junction Boulevard, exit 20. Couple lanes blocked. Heavy delays as you make your way through the area. Also on the Gowanus Expressway, we're still seeing this disabled car there on the eastbound side. You can see those flashing lights there off into the distance. Expect to see very heavy delays as you make your way through the area. We'll keep you updated on that and more as the day heads further along. Darlene, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Adele. This morning, New York City.
So, Maria, that gaseous orb in the middle of the screen there, is that the sun?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's just a bright light.
My science training comes into play once again.
You'll see it, though, later. That's a nice little tease for you. But we've got Lady Liberty and, of course, the harbor there, and a little bit of a bounce to this Earth cam. Oh, it's windy out there. So if you're taking the ferry, definitely bundle up. We've got temperatures below freezing now, wind chills in the teens and 20s, and that's where we sit for the rest of the day, pretty much with those gusts still at times close to 30 miles per hour. But we do see that bright orb, the sunshine, and some clear skies as we head into this evening. We do have some icy patches out there because all the slush and the puddles, they are frozen this morning. Watch that first step. But we get to thaw out a bit tomorrow, one of the warmer days that we have for quite some time. I'm tracking, though, some snow and some rain before the week is out. All the details in the 10-day.
All right, thanks so much. Commuter rails not looking too good right now. Port Jervis line, you've got service changes. LIRR, Oyster Bay, Ronkonkoma, Port Jeff, Babylon branch, you've got service changes there as well. New Jersey Transit cancellations on your Maine, Bergen, and Montclair and Boonton lines. Also keep in mind we've got no BZW Express 6 or 7 train service. And let's take
for sure. All right, you guys, it's feeling like winter, that's for sure. We have temperatures in the 20s and really all below freezing. And you see that one little dot right there in New Hampshire. That is Mount Washington, home to some of the wildest weather observations when the weather gets wild. Their wind chill is about 45 degrees below zero right now. So we're not that bad. It's 31 and the wind chill of about 20. We have 28 now in White Plains, 29 in Poughkeepsie, 30 in Islip. So while chillier than yesterday, it is going to stay on the colder side for the afternoon in the wake of our storm system from yesterday. In the wake, too, a few flurries flying on by. Otherwise, we're looking ahead to some sunshine. But yes, that breeze still stays with us. In fact, right now, the gusts are still within that 25 to 35 mile per hour range. That's really not going to ease up a whole lot today. And so that is the reason why we have those wind chills now in the teens and the 20s, and why we'll still see that for the afternoon. But grab the sunglasses along with all of the winter weather gear you've got. 34 for the high today. Northwest winds about 15 to 20. A little bit more of a southwesterly turn, so that's one of the first signs something is changing. We'll have some clouds move in too. It'll be a cold start, 26 degrees for the low, but look at where we're going to end up tomorrow, about 44. It is brief, this little bit of a warm up, because already watching a cold front approach by tomorrow night. What that means for us, maybe some light rain showers as early as the evening time, but by Thursday morning, probably a little burst of snow throughout the area. It's just enough, combined with the timing, that morning commute, to maybe make things a little messy, not enough to add up to a whole lot. We'll keep an eye on it. Sometimes these can definitely overachieve a little bit. But that should be out by midday on Thursday. But that's going to usher in that next batch of really cold air. And boy, it sets the tone as we start to finish up January well below average for the eastern half of the country. And that's
plenty of things going on right now, especially with our commuter rails. We're going to get to that in just a second. But first, let's start things off here with our subways. B, Z, W, Express 6 and 7 trains. No service both ways. And if you are hopping onto your commuter rails right now, Metro North, Port Jervis line, you can expect to see some service changes there. LIRR, your Oyster Bay, Ronkonkoma, and Port Jeff branches have delays, service changes, cancellations. Babylon branch, though, will be providing extra service. New Jersey Transit, Maine, Bergen, and Montclair Boonton lines also seeing some cancellations. Your PATH trains, though, are good to go. And onto the roadways, West Side Highway northbound, just south of 57th Street. Still seeing this accident in the process of wrapping up. On the Gowanus Expressway, this is what we were looking at earlier. Eastbound side by exit 24 for the Prospect Expressway. We've got a disabled car out there. It is windy, so you can see the camera shaking there. But off into the distance, you see those flashing lights. The right lane is blocked, and it is causing very heavy delays as you make your way through the area. Also, 280 eastbound right by exit 17. Harrison Avenue has a disabled car blocking a lane. And if you are driving around today, just keep in mind alternate side parking rules and meter rules will be in effect citywide. Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks very much.
Took all that pain and agony away of her having just run the marathon, right? So sweet. They were so proud of their mom.
Our wonderful executive producer of weather, Eric, ran the marathon.
Fantastic.
In Houston this weekend, too.
Okay.
Yeah, knows all about that.
Does he know he's with a bunch of non-athletes? Does he understand?
I will happily cheer anyone on from the sidelines.
I've let him know I was still in my pajamas.